Getting on in the numbers.
Getting on, man.
Getting on in the numbers.
Cool.
INEOS had their meeting. That's what happened.
Oh, yeah,
that was
INEOS
the biggest news of the break.
But you know what?
I don't know why it was so big though.
Well, apparently they have like a monthly meeting.
Yeah. So when you look at it objectively,
Yeah.
then it's just like it's a normal.
It's
Like let's just say
nothing.
we have an AGM, and it falls on the Thursday, the 26th of October. But on the 25th of October, we got battered 9-0.
9-0,
So I'm saying, we've been getting battered, so man think, that's 26.
It's a
But-
nice
but-
And I'm
story.
guessing they
but
still
let's-
definitely would have discussed it anyway.
But let's
Yeah.
not lie and act like all of us didn't think that something's
I
might
thought
happen
about
or
it like
something's gonna happen.
5%. I thought about like 5%. My view is still the same. Is that you can't be making decisions in the summer and then flipping within a few weeks. So I still expect him to be here until Christmas, unless something mad happens.
Yeah.
Or unless somebody they want becomes free all of a sudden. I expect him there at least till Christmas.
Yeah.
I know that the outpour on social media was mad when he didn't.
Yeah.
When the meeting just went ahead and nothing came out of it.
Yeah.
It's a story, man. You know how they love a story. So.
I guess so. Because to be fair, initially I didn't actually know myself that they had like a monthly meeting, but I think I was listening to Sky Sports.
Yeah, the meeting was already scheduled.
I was discussing on Sky Sports. I said, it's normal for them to have a meeting every month. I'm guessing obviously they would have discussed the form and
100%.
decide what they want to do moving forward. But I was pretty much I wasn't really thinking much of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled the trigger at the same time. But if you obviously decide to stay with him, you're not going to change your mind within like 2 months unless you're getting by at 10 year. They're ridiculous. So until at least January for me, then we'll see what.
But they've held their card because they've literally gone and said, we had our worst start last season. We've kept him. We wasn't in. We've come in. We've had a worse start than last season, but we're still going to stick with him. So that lets me know that they're riding shotgun with him. They're riding with him till at least, like you said, December. I think it's just going to ride with him till the end of the year.
Yeah, I think there's a bigger plan. I think
there's
a bigger plan.
And then make a decision.
Yeah, I think their plan is, I'm sure their plan is, will give you at least a year. But then what would determine whether he lasts a whole year is if they've identified a replacement and the season's pretty much done, and then we'll think like, okay, cool, around February, March, wherever it is, we might just get rid of now, identify a replacement, start getting ready for next season, start planning for next season. So that's the only reason why I reckon it wouldn't last for the year. But I think you are right, I think their plan will be is to give you a year to prove yourself. Yeah. So we'll see where you get.
And it's good and bad, like because I hear it from both sides. I hear the United fans that are pissed that he didn't get sacked. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they're thinking, he's been shit for as long as we've had him in it or whatnot, blah, 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 blah. So how can he not? We've got a new regime. This is not how we want to start underneath the new regime. We want it to be more like hard hitting. This is not good enough. Get rid and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, like we're saying, it's just like, bro, that's the plan, innit? We're going to stick with him. We're going to give him the year and see where he takes us.
Yeah, and I don't even care about
even if we're saying that we can see that he's not taking us nowhere, people that are making the decisions, I say they still got faith that he might take us somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And while even if we've accepted that he's not, let's take our time in finding where we want to go because it's a long-term project. The next move can't be a little 2-month, 3-month thing. We're looking for a long-term thing. So I'm not even stressed. Like this season is what it is.
Yeah. There was no ounce of you was a bit pissed that you didn't get Thomas. Like that Thomas Tuchel went to. Didn't come to you lot.
I was having that conversation with a friend this week, and I just feel like I was telling Ade not too long ago. I get it, it's football. We all like talking about football. We all like debating about football, right? But some conversation, people just want to talk for talking's sake. Like, and it's getting frustrating sometimes because it takes the fun out of it. It takes the fun out of a lot of debating football. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, takes the fun out of it. So my point is, okay, cool. Yeah, Thomas was identified as a potential replacement if he stayed. But we did speak to Thomas in the summer. So if he spoke to him, clearly that something wasn't aligned there.
Yeah.
So
we haven't lost anything.
And then I was having a conversation with one of my friends. I'm not gonna say his name. He was like, but in the summer, someone said he wasn't ready because of according to speculation, what he's telling me, I don't know anymore whether it's true or not. Someone said he's not ready because of the atmosphere, whatever it is at Old Trafford. So I said, he's told us he's not ready in summer. So now because he's about to get an England job, we should now be running around him. What sense does that make? Like, it just, bro, it takes a lot out of it. Like, if we spoke to him in summer and for some reason they couldn't come to an agreement in summer, that means
I don't think the board got desperate. I think if it was another board that got desperate, let's just say I want Tommy and Summer, and Tommy's demands I want this, and the other. It doesn't align with mine and the Summer. I'm gonna turn away from it and I'm gonna stick with Ade.
Yeah.
Then in September, October, I'm a desperate chairman now. I'm like, okay, whatever your demands are, I'm gonna give it to you because I'm desperate because we're really, really bad. So I just don't think INEOS think that.
It's that type of thing.
Exactly.
And I like that because the desperation over the years is what got us in the situation that we are in now. So it's about not obviously, even if you're thinking, okay, cool, the plan is not going according to plan, but re-strategize. Don't just out of desperation just go and get something because you feel like you're about to lose him to so on.
And there's not only one manager in this world. Like literally.
I just think because a large majority of the fan base feel like we can all see he's not good enough, just go get someone. It's almost like just get me anyone.
And this, and see what you're saying.
It's almost like
this.
Just get me anyone.
This is why football fans are fickle, and football it takes the fun out of it sometimes. Because you're saying the large majority of fans think it's not good enough. What, bro? They did the same in the summer. The larger majority of fans wanted to keep him on.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 2 months now that the large majority of fans are now saying.
We're only 8 games into the
season. But I'm cool with that because I'm always cool with new evidence comes new results. So if you get new evidence, if you're Ten Hag in, and then 2 months, 3 months down the line, you could be a Ten Hag out.
And we're the ones talking about. We are actually Ten Hag out for so long. And we're saying,
it's just like.
But you're not saying it's more. You more trust the board. You're more in line with the board.
But then when you're saying, yes, you can change your mind, but then I don't trust those people then. I can't trust you because you're telling me, obviously, we've been consistent throughout. If you've been consistent, you want to keep him. Why would that? Because even Max, for example, is like, look, it is concerning, but he's got to prove himself. He's still not saying get him out. Why would you, this 2 months or month? What did you expect? What did you expect for us to be top of the table?
Yeah. No, but some did. But they probably didn't want it to be worse than last season.
Bro,
this is worse than
I can guarantee you that most of them didn't think, I don't want it to be worse. Most of them thought we're going to be winning the league. Same as when Max said he thought United would win the league.
Yeah.
Because
you don't think that's something that I said to him. I didn't think you were going to win the league.
No, bro.
Probably just thought that it's not going to be as bad as last season.
Nah, bro.
That's what it was.
In terms of,
I can't compare.
I just don't think
I think the results is probably, obviously, the performance is pretty much the same as just as bad as last season.
It's not as bad as last season, right? Because last season was
the starters. They had points on that.
In terms of the start, I'm talking about from like towards the end of last season till now. The performance is just as bad as last season. It's not that has changed.
Because that thing is very deceiving. That in this window,
you can say, okay, cool, we haven't conceded as much as last season, but we're not scoring.
There's always a way.
There's always a way to flip it around. But
is what it is.
It is what it is. I think one thing that we all agree on now is that we all have the same common goal that we don't think is the right man, but obviously then we have to leave it to INEOS to make the decision when the time is right.
Because I was nervous. That whole week, my body wasn't settled. My body, I was watching, like when I just don't want to see that yellow, that yellow thing that comes every day, my phone, my phone is, I think today's sack you. So as the days was going on, when he went from like Monday to Tuesday and he got to like a third, I thought, okay, cool. My people then, we're not sacking him. Because I want him to stay forever in it, obviously. You know how I feel about him. So I was very happy that they stuck with him.
And the thing is, I'm going to go out and say, he's not necessarily, just because things haven't gone the way we want them to, I'm not going to say he's a bad manager. But I do feel that there are certain football jobs in this world that are just bigger than certain people.
100%. I mean, look at us. We got what for everything United are doing, we're the prime example. We had Unai Emery. We all believe Unai Emery is a top manager. It just didn't work out with us. But I'm not going to turn around and say, Unai's shit. You never hear me say that. It just didn't work out with us. But Unai's doing a flipping fantastic job with Villa. I'm not saying that Ten Hag is on the level of Emery ever, but he was a good coach. He's shown that he has the capabilities. But he might leave United and go manage somewhere else, not as big, and do a decent job there.
Man United is a beast. There's more to think of than just the football. When the press on your back after game one, it's hard. So
I've always said it, and I've been very consistent with that. I've never really said he's a bad manager, but he just might not be the right guy for us. And on top of that, he might just be that guy that fix certain things that will for the next manager to benefit.
Yeah, it will just benefit the next manager.
So it is what it is. But
it's like, and the prime examples of that, whether people agree or not, it's like when Brendan went to Liverpool. Brendan fixed a lot of stuff, and Jurgen just carry on. But Brendan fixed a lot of stuff with Liverpool, and he just didn't get his hands on the big thing. But then Jurgen's come in, tweaked a couple of things, and then boom, and taking them out from there. But my only concern is I don't think for the good that Ten Hag is, for me on the outside looking in, it's not enough. he's not doing much. I don't see enough there. That
You say the good is not enough.
Yeah, it's like wherever he changes, for the next.
So that means that suggests there has been some.
No, I'm just because wherever there has been. The point that's what I'm making. If he's that guy that he's just fixing certain things, then the next person will come and take on from there.
I haven't seen.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen enough of him fixing stuff for me to believe that the next person is going to benefit from him, basically.
But we'll see anyway. Only time will tell. But in terms of like the conduct stuff, I do believe I've never gone against him in terms of the conduct. We've had a lot of issues there, and a lot of managers are let it slide, and he just hasn't. It's either a lot of managers didn't want to let it slide, but the board didn't back the manager, or it's a thing where the managers let it slide and the board has let it slide. But with him, he's just thinking, this is the first time they're being consistent and worked along each other. Okay, whatever you want, we'll just say.
He's prepared to, and he'd make those decisions. Like, he's best to just die on it.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Apology,
and that's something we didn't get in the past. But look,
I don't like the way the last one I wanted to say, like even how he handled the Maguire thing. I thought it was fine. The English media were making it seem like it wasn't. You're not my guy. I'm happy for you to leave. He don't want to go West Ham. Okay, cool. And he brought him back into the fold. People are acting like, because he didn't want him, he shouldn't play him again, ever again.
But this is what makes.
But he was honest with Harry, though. It wasn't like he spoke behind his back. He was honest. I don't think he's good enough.
As I said, it's football, innit? I think he's got.
People are acting like because he wanted him gone and he stayed, he should never play him again.
No, but it's the point. It's football, Pete. As I said, it's get to the point. People just want to talk for talking's sake. And